My life in New York. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a pretty realistic day in my life while living here in Mexico City, and I'm also going to spend the second half of this video spending a day in New York with you guys because I'm traveling back to New York for 2 weeks, and I think it would be kind of fun to show you what my life is like here in Mexico City and back in New York. To update you on the apartment hunt, we have finally decided on a place. We settled for the place in Del Valle. We are really excited about it. It's honestly one of the nicest apartments I have ever lived in. It is so nice. It's so bright. It's so luminous. It doesn't get too hot here. And if you're interested in all of the apartments that we toured within our first few weeks while living here, I just did a full video on that, so you can check that out too. But we are about to leave right now. We have some pretty fun plans for today. We are leaving Del Valle and we are not heading to a new neighborhood, but one of my favorites, and I'm really excited for today's plans. Made it to Coyoacan. Coyoacan has actually very quickly become one of my favorite barrios here in Mexico City. I would probably rank Condesa as number 1, Coyoacan number 2, and number 3 might be our new area that we're living in, Del Valle. It's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. But today we are finally going to the Frida Kahlo Museum. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am. And we're walking around Coyoacan for a little bit. This is like the center area where you can get lots of souvenirs and eat good food. And it's very loud, but it's about 12:30 right now. We might get something to eat before we go to the museum, but we got tickets for 1:30. If you are interested in going to the Frida Kahlo Museum, you definitely have to book your tickets in advance. In Coyoacan, you can get lots of souvenirs. It's very interesting because Coyoacan is the neighborhood that Frida Kahlo grew up in, and there are so many souvenirs that you can get from here, but a lot of it is like AI art. So I wonder how Frida Kahlo would feel about AI art being sold in her neighborhood that she grew up in, because a lot of the AI art just doesn't look good, and it's really disappointing. And not only is AI art relevant in like souvenirs, like I won't buy a souvenir if it's AI art. When I go to a restaurant and I'm looking at the menu, it's also AI art. The food I see is AI art. And it's not just here in Mexico City. It was like that in Argentina. It started to become a thing. I don't know if it's a thing in the US, but like if I'm ordering something, I want to see what the food actually looks like. I don't want to see an AI picture of it. And so many ads here are filled with it as well. So it's a little bit disappointing because Mexico is like known for having really nice artists and being really colorful, and there's so much culture here that it would be nice to see less AI art. But I feel like as a whole, we can probably all agree on that. Just went in the Frida Kahlo Museum. I could not take any videos. However, it was really interesting walking through this house and learning more about Frida and her life and her accident and her paintings and like how she triumphed and everything. And we learned more about her relationship with Diego. Like it was really, really informative. I learned a lot. There's such a difference between like learning about something online and then like going into a place and seeing her bed or her kitchen or the clothing that she wore. Like it is so impactful. This is definitely something that I would recommend anyone to do. In Mexico City, of course, book your tickets in advance. I think you should probably book them at least 2 weeks in advance. And the inside of her house honestly is beautiful. There's so much open space, so I can see how she was really inspired to paint. And I learned a lot about her using the materials in her house as inspiration for her paintings, and I just learned a lot. It was really interesting. It was really informative. I had a great time. I would say you would want to book your tickets for earlier in the morning, early afternoon, because near the end of the day it does rain. I feel like if you experience this in the rain, it won't be as fun because there's so much outdoor space, but we got really lucky. The weather is beautiful. We walked a lot, we learned a lot. Now we're gonna get some food. So there's a few things that I'm noticing and seeing about Mexico City. One of them is that there are a large amount of drivers, not just people on motorcycles, but like literal drivers who will run a red light. And as a pedestrian walking, I just don't expect it, but it does happen. So it's something that I become more aware of. However, on the flip side, I have mentioned this before, if I am crossing, more drivers are likely to let me cross in the crosswalk, which is a real revolutionary thought coming from Buenos Aires, where literally no one would let you cross a crosswalk. So there's that. Secondly, when ordering food, people will come and ask, like, can I take your plate? Can I take this or that? And it's not bad. Like, there's really nothing wrong about it. However, I feel like it's speeding up the eating out experience for me, because coming from Buenos Aires, like, no one touches your plate or anything. You have to ask for someone for the bill or the check. You can stay there for a really long time. There's people who just spend hours after a meal chatting or doing something at the table before leaving. And I feel like the aspect of like someone taking my plate makes me feel like I'm ready to go earlier, and that's just a me thing. No one's like telling me to leave, but it does also kind of make the table clean if you want to do some other things and not just like look at your plate of food you're not finishing. So pros and cons, I guess. And thirdly, with the tip, we pay with card just about always, and you can tip on the card reader, and they'll just ask you mostly, like if they are doing the pin pad stuff, like, should I add tip or something like that, and then present you with like the options. However though, because I am getting ready to go back to New York, I've been souvenir shopping a little bit since I've arrived, but I got something that was deeply on my bucket list today for my brother, and I can show it because I think I'll be in New York when this video is posted and he will have received this. So I got him this poncho, and to put it into perspective, my younger brother is like 6'2", so this is going to fit him very well. And it has a coyote on it from Coyoacán. I've been looking for a poncho for him literally for weeks now, and I found this one for a really good price. I think he's gonna love it. So I was very happy with this purchase. But also, something I showed in a separate vlog was we got like these little muertos for Max and Polka. And guess what Polka did this morning? Polka literally knocked hers over. She does this thing where if something's on a table or counter, she just wants to swat it off and hit it to the ground. And unfortunately, she did it with this today. So I'm very disappointed. We have a matching one for Max, but I had to put it away. So I don't know if I'm going to try to super glue it or put it back together or just get a new one or just leave it as is. So we'll see. Because I need to renew my passport. I first got my passport 10 years ago when I studied abroad in Spain, and 10 years later I'm living abroad and I need a new one. I've been debating for a while if I wanted to renew it abroad, and I just figured since I was coming to the US, I might as well just do it in New York. You can do an expedited emergency passport if you are traveling within 2 weeks. And that's what I did. So we're gonna go pick up the passport. I came 2 days ago to actually apply in person, and it took about 48 hours to get it, and they say it's done. Let's go get it. I'm very happy right now because renewing my passport has been something that's been stressing me out for a pretty long time. I knew the date was coming and it expires in April, but I wanted to renew it sooner because we are going to be traveling like the majority of 2027, if not all of 2027 and possibly 2028. Like, we have really exciting travel plans coming up within the next 2 or 3 years. And since I'm in New York, I wanted to just renew my passport. And I came into the passport agency on Monday, gave in my paperwork. I thought I was going to get the passport that day, but they told me to come back on Thursday. And my flight is on Friday. So you can imagine like the stress I've been experiencing needing my passport, because you give them your passport while they are renewing it. And my flight is literally on Friday. So thankfully everything worked out. I paid $190 to renew the passport, and I had to get my passport photo taken. That was an extra $20, and to and from the city, because I don't live in New York City, was a pretty hefty ticket to do it twice. So in total, I think it was over $300 I paid to actually renew this, but obviously it is very well worth it. And before I head back to my mom's house, which I've been staying at, I wanted to take a moment to talk about some of the cultural shocks and cultural comparisons between Mexico City and New York City, but also like the US in general. One of the things that's similar, not different, is a coffee culture in the USA and Mexico City, because it's a very to-go type experience. Like, the coffee shops are very small. The seating, if there is any, is very small. Like, the setup is designed to have you take it to go, and most coffee shops I've seen in Mexico City are like that. I will have to say, like, I'm always going to give a shout out to Argentina when it's necessary, because I loved the cafe culture there. It's like you just sit in an environment and drink coffee and no one's pushing you out, and that's something that like I just love. It's such a huge part of how I enjoy taking a coffee. I do notice that the prices in New York are very comparable to that of Mexico City. Obviously New York City is like one of the most expensive cities in the world, but this coffee, for example, was like $7.50 for a large with flavoring. And coffees in Mexico City aren't always that expensive, but they can be pretty expensive, definitely more than $5. But the coffee there is so good. The coffee here in New York is very good. But again, back to the cost of living, I noticed that the price of groceries is very similar for Mexico City and that of New York, but obviously the public transportation in New York City is so much higher. It's $3 to take the subway one way, where in Mexico City it's only 5 pesos. So that's a big difference as well. And another thing that Mexico City and New York City share in common is that when you're walking throughout these cities, you don't just hear English like in New York, and you don't just hear Spanish in Mexico City. You hear so many languages, which is something that obviously I really like. In Argentina, it was kind of like that too, but not at the beginning. When I first moved there, you would hear just like Spanish all the time, and then little by little we started to hear a lot of Russian. We really never heard English like at all in the streets of Argentina when we were walking, but in Mexico City it's much more common to hear that. And when I talk to my family when I'm describing Mexico City, I kind of describe it like I describe New York. Like I feel like the way of life in Mexico City, like that fast-paced, moving city like atmosphere, take things to go, how the city like is set up in a way, like to me personally feels very similar to that of New York City. They're not exactly the same. Obviously Mexico City has a lot of Mexican culture in it, and New York City has a lot of like American culture in it. But like when I'm walking through Mexico City, my very first experience when I was there was like, whoa, it feels like really similar to New York City. And I think that's one reason why a lot of people from the US really gravitate towards Mexico City, is that it's a beautiful city. There's so many things to do and see and experience. The food's amazing. It's a walkable city, again, just like New York City. And I just feel like there's such a familiarity to that of New York City. I thought that I was going to have more differences and like more culture shocks, but I don't really think there's that many culture shocks in my opinion. But nonetheless, I'm going to walk towards Penn Station, if you are familiar with New York City, because I'm going to take the train back to my mom's house, and it's such a beautiful day, so I'm very excited to enjoy it and experience it. And I'm so happy I got my passport. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Because I'm only finding that I can put my camera like on a bench. I'm bringing my big camera with me today. Normally I film with my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but I left that one in Mexico City while I'm traveling here, and at my mom's house I have my Canon, my first vlogging camera. It's the Canon M50 Mark II, I believe, and I haven't filmed on this in like over a year, honestly close to 2 years, and I'm looking at the video quality right now. I'm like, it's pretty nice. So let me know which one you guys like more, this part, the New York City part of the vlog, or the Mexico City part of the vlog, because I'm really liking this camera after not using it for so long. I did get a chocolate chip muffin to get me home, and earlier I talked about a lot of similarities between Mexico City and New York City / the USA. And while I was coming here, there's a huge difference that I needed to talk about, and that's because I completed like one of the most exciting events, something that I've been looking forward to for almost a decade. Like, this is huge. If you've been watching my channel since like the very beginning, if you watched it last year, I put in this clip. Is where I should be going this upcoming summer to see Ariana Grande live, but Ticketmaster is fake, scalpers exist, and bots stole my opportunity to see her live. And now $100 tickets turned into like $1,000 nosebleed tickets, and I can't see my favorite artist live. So this is where I should be this summer, and this is where I'm not going to be this summer. I'm I'm still upset about it. And if you are an Ariana Grande fan trying to see her and you can't, I'm sorry. And a year later, I can proudly say that I went to the Ariana Grande Eternal Sunshine tour, and I literally cannot believe that I'm saying it. She's my favorite artist, and I really didn't think that the stars were going to align for this moment to happen, and it did. And here's some clips.
Which way do you want to go? Will it be up? Or would it be down? With Lukrembo, baby. I don't care what people say is true. Say it's true.
And that's crazy. That's literally insane. I still have not recovered from the concert. I'm still in post-concert depression. But with the concert, I wanted to talk about a few things because my first concert experience, really my first main concert experiences were in Argentina. I went to the Taylor Swift Eras tour. I saw Sabrina Carpenter Lollapalooza. I saw Olivia Rodrigo. I saw Chappell Roan. Like, I saw a lot of artists. The vibe in Argentina, and I'm assuming, I have not gone to a concert in Mexico City, I'm assuming the vibe is very similar because in Argentina the crowd was wild. People were standing and cheering and singing and dancing, and it was like the most magical audience to be a part of. There was so much energy in the audience. There's someone singing behind me, so if you can hear that, just disregard that. The audience was insane. The energy was insane in Argentina, and I went to the Eternal Sunshine concert by myself. Went all the way to Brooklyn by myself, and I was just so excited because all of my past concert experiences have been so fun. People in the crowd have been so nice, like singing and dancing and moving along and just having so much fun. And the concert in New York City, like, I was up, I was dancing, I was singing, I was having a good old time. Because I had that Argentine energy on me where I was like, I'm moving, I'm dancing, I'm having so much fun, like I'm living this moment, I've been dreaming about this for so long. And so many people just were not with it, and it was really disappointing to feel like that lack of energy. Like, I thought the crowd was like almost dead, and I was surprised, jaw on the floor, when Ariana Grande said that night 2 of Brooklyn during that night was the loudest crowd. I was like, what crowd? I'm like, not this crowd. I'm like, not this crowd. This crowd is lack of energy. So I think that's one disappointing thing coming back to the US and experiencing. Like, I thought the crowd was going to be so wild. Like, it's Ariana Grande. And I was really disappointed with that.